Well, I got a shower today. That's a big deal. One of my friends that's here, that's Seth's truck behind me, one of my friends that's here at the Boondocking Bash set up their Ozark Trails shower tent for me to use. And yeah, it's seen better days, but that's okay. And I have in that little yellow bag that I hope you can see, I have a little water pump thing that's rechargeable USB, but gives a little bit of water pressure and makes you feel like you have a good shower. And because I'm working in a kitchen tent, I borrowed a pot and boiled some water. So I had a nice warm shower just now, which felt fabulous. And then, doing some personal care, a little lotion and stuff really makes a big difference. I feel so much better right this minute. Oh, what's going to happen today? Let's see, to fill you in on some things. While I was doing my personal care things, I don't know that, I'm probably not standing in a good place. But while I was doing my personal care things, I also made sure that I walked barefoot from the car over to the shower tent so that I got in some grounding. And I did do my meditation stuff this morning, and I just do breathing meditation. It's kind of a simple thing where you just breathe and you pay attention to your out breath. And so, and for me lately, I've been also focusing on making sure that I take really deep breaths in and fill my lungs really good, because I am around some propane right now. I noticed that my eyes still are problematic. I have circles and red on them, and I had to take Benadryl yesterday. My doctor friend that's here, she told me that she had been watching me all day yesterday and seeing the signs of allergic reaction. And I also, right here, I have this swollen on my top lip is also allergic reaction. I tried to troubleshoot what it was, and I can't really find anything except that being in the tent with the cooking, perhaps I'm too close to the propane, and I mean that's possible because I am allergic. And so I know that my eyes were looking kind of glassy and strange, and I'm not quite sure. I'll check in with that doctor again when she gets back to camp. I think she's gone right now, but anyway, so that's the kind of personal stuff that's going on. I'm making sure to, in my volunteer kind of thing, making sure to plan the meals pretty well. And tonight's vegan corn chowder over here at the Boondocking Bash. And so I'm making that with coconut milk and canned corn. I mean, I am using some of those kinds of things, but and I'm providing, if the people I sent on errands, if they're successful in finding the kind of canned chicken that I asked them to hunt for, then we will warm that for people who would like to have chicken corn chowder and instead of just corn chowder. But anyways, that's what we're making, and we have salad tonight. And so that's on the cooking front, or on the food front, that's what's going on there. I had my protein powder shake just now, and I had a Dandy Blend hot drink this morning, which is kind of my normal lately. Lately, for quite a while. It's a coffee substitute that I just really love. And what else is going on? I know that I have a lot of people that are interested in the HSP and hearing more. And I think for the way things are going right now, I'll just tell you more about my daily experiences with HSP things. I'm still challenged with the front of my hair right here. Eventually, I have a couple of hairdresser friends in the nomad community, and eventually I'll figure out how to, make it feel better every day. But for right now, I just, off and on, I'm feeling problematic. And I had a person tell me that they were challenged with trying to get a good picture of me that showed my character, because they had heard about me and then seen me in action, but every time they took a picture of me, they said I looked like a witch. That threw me off. I mean, really, that's an interesting thing to say to somebody. And so I came back and thought about that, meditated on it a while, and I was like, well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that a, I don't know. But anyways, it did, I had to run it through my mind an awful lot at the time. And then the person came back and said something about how they'd thought it over after hearing more about my history and realized that maybe they were just seeing some of the history of abuse when they see me walking around or whatever. I'm not sure. But hopefully that changes and that person doesn't see me as, and I hope the witch thing is a negative or whatever. But I do not know. That was kind of a strange little thing to be putting in my mind. And as an empath, of course, I'm going to feel it, and I'm going to run it through 80 million times trying to figure out what that means and everything. What else is going on? Really enjoying connecting with people in a different way this year. Haven't been gone for a year. It kind of gives me a different perspective, that's for sure. So I don't have anything kind of to report on that HSP side of things, except for that, I'm going to be thinking about that comment quite a bit, although I'm about over it. My allergy things are really kind of getting to me. And a couple of you had asked me if I was being careful with my diet and eating and stuff. And yes, in fact, I was pulled aside by one of my helpers yesterday. Miss Bonnie pulled me aside afterwards and said, here's your gluten-free pancakes I made for you. You sit down and eat them now. And, she had to physically pull me away from people. But I appreciate that because, I would keep going and put other people first, and it's problematic. And so I am, and I did eat some gluten-free pancakes last night. And I still have quite a bit of salsa. Some of you know that I just love salsa and green beans, and give me a jar of salsa and a spoon, and I'm pretty good for a while. But so I have plenty of that with me. I am missing my morning eggs and spinach. But I'm doing okay, and part of the reason I'm missing that is because my little kitchen in the van is not all the way together, and I probably twisted the phone when I just did that little motion. But this crate, which I hope I'm actually showing you, this crate right here, and I did paint it black so that it blends in better with the car because it's a small space. Anyways, I want to put a shelf in this and then put a door on it so that I can put my basic, the little everyday stove that I use, my Sterno Inferno and stuff, I can put in there and do a little better at self-care. Actually, just better access to the things that I use every day. Oh, what else? Budget. I could talk about budget a little bit. I am like $200 from being completely debt-free. So, yeah, like 1 or 2 months, and I'll be all the way debt-free. And I am still responsible to pay into the escrow account for the Hawa minivan. That's part of what I agreed to. And the SUV sold, and I did receive a check, but the check was a cashier's check, but it was damaged in the mail, and when I went to the bank to deposit it, they declined it and stamped it invalid. So I'm working with that problem to solve that. Let's see, that's on that piece. I did real good on my budget this month, and I stayed within my gas budget. I did have to dip into the emergency fund for repairs to the minivan. It had some problems. So I dipped into that to fix the problems with the minivan and to get it registered. I did not get my passport renewed on time, and now when I looked up the cost of renewing my passport, it's going to take 8 weeks and a mail process, and it's going to be quite a thing.